What up, YouTube family? So today I'm going to show you how to turn a $150 investment into 25G. So I was supposed to go live with Jenna today, but something came up and she couldn't make it. So guess what I'm going to do? Dude, I don't let anything hold me back from getting the shit done. Nobody, nothing's hold me back. So I'm going to have one of my VA, Angeline, jump on and show you guys exactly how it's done. I'm going to show you the list that we target. All right. And I'm going to show you exactly what software we use, how to pull the list. So make sure you open your laptop, follow along. If you have any questions, just comment in the chat. But I want to share something with you that I need you guys all to understand this, okay? Because how powerful this software is. 12 years ago, when I started my real estate career, I would have to download a software for a CRM. I'll have to go sign up for another software to pull my motivated seller lead. I'll have to go and get another software to find my cash buyer. I'll have to go and sign up for another software, right, to skip trace, and another software to do direct mail. Like I was running through 3-4 different types of software just to be able to get the thing done that I needed. What's cool about this is a true one-stop shop. And let me show you how powerful it is. And it took me over 12 years to actually figure this out. So, Angeline, what up?
Hi, Khang. Happy Wednesday.
I love it. So, Angeline, let's go ahead and show the people how it's done. So let's not waste time. So can you able to figure out to share your screen on here? Okay.
Okay.
As Angeline, as my VA, my assistant trying to figure that out, I want you to comment in what city, what state, or what county you want me to pull the list. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to run through this. All right. What list to pull, what list to target. I'll even help you how to talk, how to negotiate with the seller, put the proper in contract, find your cash buyer, right? All from one software. You want to do postcard, you want to do direct mail. I'll show it all to you exactly how it's done. Follow along. Any question coming in. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So Angeline, let's go ahead and take them through. Okay. Now I want you to go ahead and go in and then show them the list that we pull. Let's go ahead and go with um go into the software. Let's go with Pierce County.
okay. Can you see my screen now?
Angeline, I can see, yes, I can see the screen.
Okay. Wherein we were going to type in. I'm not sure what. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
go ahead and go to let's go for Pierce County, and then I'll tell you what list to pull.
Okay. Can you see this my screen? Like I'm typing Pierce County.
No, I cannot.
Okay. What's going on?
Not.
Let
And
me
let's go
let
to
me stop screen this one. Just hold on, just 1 second here.
I want to let you
Okay.
just an FYI that they're in a process of basically rebranding the name "Deal for Me Now" to King Data. All right, so just an FYI. All right, yes, Angeline, I see it.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty. So I will type in the Pierce County, choose the Washington
Okay, wait,
area.
Angeline, can you go all the way back just to show people exactly
Sure.
where you went?
Okay. So I will, when you're signed in, you're on the screen already at Deals for Me Now site. So just go to Lead Pipes tab
Okay,
and then click the property leads.
okay.
Okay. And when you're there, you can type in what area, city, or zip code or address that you would like to pull.
Okay, so you could even narrow down to even zip code.
Right.
Okay, let's go ahead and
Okay.
target Pierce County.
Pierce County. What's going on? Pierce County.
Angeline, are you feeling a little pressure?
Oh no.
Okay,
It's
good,
okay.
good,
All
good.
right. Okay. All right. So we're in. So all you need to choose is what type of list that you are going to pull. So you have a choices here. So you have absentee owners,
Yep.
active listing, cash buyers, delinquent tax activity, our foreclosure, free and clear, high equity, low equity. So yeah, here.
So,
Here's
Angeline,
your choices.
got it. So there's two different type of plan to the software, either the basic or the pro plan. So with the basic plan, for those of you who have the basic plan, Angeline, let's go ahead and target absentee owner with high equity.
Okay, got you. All
So
right.
that's all you need to do is you just need to check those two things. Okay. Let's go ahead and see how big of a list do we got.
Okay, we have here 22,000 leads.
Okay. So 22,000 lead might be a lot for some of you, right? But for us, we target everybody. But for some of you, 22,000 lead, Angeline, let's go ahead and try to click on skip trace just to see how much it will cost to skip trace 22,000 lead.
Okay. So just go to this, click this one and then select, since I selected already, let's just go back.
Yep.
Okay. And then you click this 20,
So
hold on.
basically, you select all 22,000 of them.
Yes,
Okay.
22,000. And then go to my leads.
Yep.
Okay. When you're here, just you have the choices here: download, save to CRM, um, send a direct mail, or lead trace or skip trace. So
Yep.
just go to skip trace.
How much
So
it's gonna
this
cost?
one, you are going to pay, that is 10 cents per hit.
Okay.
Meaning, if they're able to pull your records for phone numbers for per records, that means that you are going to pay 10 cents.
Okay. So how much
Okay.
does say how much it's gonna cost?
Okay.
You have to choose agree.
That is 22,000.
Okay, so for 22,000 record, it's going to cost you about $2,000 to skip trace to get the seller's phone number, possibly email as
Mm-hmm.
well. But for that, it's just a large amount for some of you. 22,000 is a very, very big list. Now, if you have the basic plan, you can pull up to 25,000 record per month. Okay, just an FYI. Now, Angeline, let's go back and let's go ahead and narrow down the list because the list is too big. What if we narrow it down to just down to like a city?
Okay, hold on.
And let's see how big the list is.
Okay.
So it really so this is so while Angeline is doing that, it really depends on your budget, how big of a budget you got. Obviously, the bigger your budget is, the bigger the list that you can target. So the bigger the list you can target, it just means that more opportunities. But it doesn't mean that you have less opportunity in a smaller list. If you really, really dial in on the list, then it can be very, very profitable as well. So let's go ahead and narrow it down because we just target the whole entire county already. That's why the list is so
Right.
big. So let's
Okay.
take it down to city.
So one thing that I always do, Kong,
Yep.
is that I narrow it down. So I narrow it down to remove the condo because we only
Oh
call,
yes,
yes,
smart.
remove the condo and
So we
then the
so
townhome.
so we don't target
Yes,
condo,
apart.
we don't target townhome. Good, Angeline.
Okay, so here we go. So another thing that I like with this tool is that you can check properties that has a wholesale score for 500 above, which means that that is like there is a possibility or chance that this seller, or you can get a good amount of wholesale fee if this lead or seller will going to sell this property.
Mm,
So normally I always choose 500 as a minimum score
right. So
up
basically,
to
basically for
max.
those of you who don't understand, so the wholesale score rank. Now, honestly, the software it's not only for wholesaler, dude. It's great for those of you who buy and hold, fix and flip, or even wholesale, because this is where you find discounted property, typically off market deal, right? Because you're able to go there and pull a list of distressed property, and you can target them, and you can choose if you want to fix and flip, you want to buy and hold, or you want to wholesale. But honestly, the software is made for real estate investor, not just for wholesaler. And the score that Angeline is talking about, So, so what before that, before we have this software, right? What people do is they go on there and they just pull a list. And what and the list can be so big that you don't have enough that you don't have enough that you don't have enough cash to target everybody. But what's cool about the software is that now it actually tells you who is more likely to sell their property at a discount with that score, with the AI score. So typically the score go from 0 to 1,000. 1,000 mean like, dude, this seller is just desperate. Like they're about to give you the property for free. But obviously also too, the list became very, very, very small. So if so a lot of times we obviously want more people to reach. So that's why Angeline said the minimum when we pull our list, we want it to be the score, we want it to be at least 500 or more, which means the higher the score, the more desperation the seller has to sell the property based on all the record that they have tracked.
Right.
Okay, hey,
Okay.
Angeline, also too, could you tell them, okay, you took out the condo, you took out the townhouse, what did you leave? Oh, did you also,
5,000
uh,
here.
okay,
You can see the result right away.
okay,
So it generate the result.
so now we hold on a second, Angeline. So now, so basically, we're still targeting Pierce County, but you remove condo, you remove townhouse, you all
Mm-hmm.
do we also remove vacant land on there?
Yes, but
Okay, so what do
because
you,
there is a other type of property, so definitely the land falls there. So I remove that others as the
okay,
their criteria.
yep,
So what I just include is the type of list and then the property type and the wholesale score.
got it. So now we narrowed
Okay,
down from 22,000 to 3,000 people.
to 5,000 Kong to
Okay,
5,000.
okay, 5,000
Okay,
people. And
right.
honestly, I think for those of you who are starting out who are new, I mean for you to get any kind of results, I truly believe that you want to get your list as close to 5,000 as possible. So you don't want it to be like, I mean, you can really narrow it down depending if you have a super tight budget, but once again, if you can get a lot of you first, you might start out with just a zip code. Hey, Angeline, let's go ahead and target a, let's take it down to instead of county now. So Pierce
Mm-hmm.
County, we got a list of 5,000 people. Let's go ahead and go and see how much that's going to cost us to skip trace.
The 5,000 lead, the
Mhm.
remaining. Okay,
Yep,
let's
the
go
remaining.
that. Okay, let's click the lead trace,
Yep,
continue, and then accept. Okay, that would be $500,
got
the
it.
cost.
So for a list of 5,000 people, it's going to cost you about $500 to skip trace to get the seller phone number, email address, whatever it is that they got access to. You're going to get access to it for 500 bucks. Now, at this point, you can either choose to cold call or you can choose to send them a letter or a postcard. Can you also take them to once they download, they got the list, Angeline, they skip trace, they
Mm-hmm.
got the address, they got the phone number,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they can cold call them. Now let's take go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and take them over to if we were to send it out direct mail.
Okay, so all you need to do is just click this tab, direct mail,
Yep.
and then click that continue. So go back to, I mean, you will be routed here. Um, Name your campaign, whatever campaign is this. Just say sample.
But literally, you guys, like this is the one-stop shop. Like you don't have to sign up for a bunch of different software. I used to pay like close to $1,000 a month for different software. This software basically, once again, there's two plans: the basic plan, the pro plan. You either pay 149 a month, or you pay for the whole entire year. You get a discount, or you pay 249 a month for the pro. The pro basically give you 6,000 free lead that you can pull a month. So this is for those of you who's doing bigger volume, and it just have more options. You can list stack, all right, and you can pull more variety of a list, and we can show you all that as well.
Okay, so let's choose the just one time to receive the seller of our mail. So click next. And then just type in the information where to call in if they were going to call back to when they receive the campaign.
Oh yeah. Also too, I want to give you guys, I want to let you guys know this and not to make this mistake. If you are going to end up using direct mail, whether you're sending postcard or letters, and I told my student this, make sure you go down to the postal office or the UPS. I don't care which one. Postal office, they only charge you. Well, where I'm at, they charge me $200 a year for a PO box. So you want to make sure that you put the return address on here, on your letter or on your postcard, PO box, because if don't use your home address, because you don't want the seller, angry seller, to show up at your house. And this happened to me when I first started because I didn't know. And I was sending out letters and postcard, and I would have my home address on there, and three big dudes shows up to my house. You don't want that, okay? And then also too,
Okay.
so what are you doing there now, Angeline?
So you just fill in the return mail address just in case that the it
Okay.
wasn't, yeah, it wasn't delivered. So the company will going to return it back to you. And then the contact information, this is very important. So you need to fill in, you need the name or what who will going to contact,
Yep.
and then your email address, that is, let's just say the email address here, and then your phone number.
Okay.
So you need to make sure that the phone number that you've put here is the phone number where they can call in, that somebody will answer or take that call, because that is very important.
Yep. And also too,
Okay.
okay. Okay. Let's go to the next page. Once they fill all that out.
Okay. And then after that, if you choose to receive a copy, you have an option here. So I just choose not to. So click no and then click
So hold on
next.
a second, Angeline. So can you explain choose to receive a copy? So the people understand.
Okay. So that is if you wanted to receive a copy of the mail. So when they deliver the mail to the seller, you also receive your own copy.
Mm. Just so
Yep.
you know what it looks like, right?
Right.
Got it.
And then this is the option here wherein you can choose what type of postcard or what type of list that you would that campaign is. So that's your audience target audience campaign. So you can choose here if that is absentee owners, if that is a buyers, probates, private lenders, so in general. But that list that we pulled, that is absentee owner, so we can choose that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop Angeline here. So with postcard, you guys need to understand with postcard, it costs about 50 cents per postcard. And when you decide to do direct mail, you typically want to have a decent amount of budget. I would say that you need to spend at least $500 a month. And your first month, you're not gonna see results. Like direct mail takes time to kick in. That's why you need a large budget to stay consistent. And I remember when I first sent out my first direct mail, and at that time we did a lot of what's called yellow letters. Yellow letters was very, very popular, but it also gotten results. So postcard costs about 50 cents per postcard. Letters cost about $1. Okay. So you need to take that in consideration, and you need to understand that do you have a budget to run the marketing for at least 6 months? And with postcard and letters, it's going to take time to set it up. Once you set it up, it's going to take, obviously, it's going to go to the warehouse, and then it's going to take like a week or so for them to get everything set up, and then it actually, start going out. So I would send postcard at least twice a month. I wouldn't do it every week. I would do it twice a month, and then you want to hit them with different types of postcard. And Angeline, which side do we use?
6 by 9.
6 by 9, and what color?
Yellow.
Like I literally gave you guys the sauce right now. All right, six by
But
nine,
yeah, but
yellow.
sorry, Kang.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's here you have the choices, but you can also customize your postcard.
Mm,
So the deals for me now will give you some template, what type of postcard, color, yada yada, but you can also customize it. So you can upload it here using this one.
nice. So here's what I would do. So the first one that you sent out, just keep it very simple. For example, just like, hey, If you have a company name, put your company name. If you don't have a company name, just put your name. My name is John. I'm interested in making you a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer on your property. No realtor commission, no closing costs. Buy as is, fast closing. Interested? Give me a call or love to talk to you. Keep it very, very simple. All right. And you want something that's bright, that really stands out. And then your next postcard, it's going to be the follow-up postcard, which means this postcard probably have more details. Once again, I think direct mail is great for those of you who have a budget and a busy schedule. So let's just say that you are grinding, you're working at a job, and you spending a lot of time working there, and you just don't have the time to cold call. The direct mail is probably the best, and you have the budget to spend on direct mail. That's probably the best options for those of you who have that schedule, like I'm talking about, and the budget to do this. Because now, basically, what you're doing is you're just leveraging your money. You're just putting your money to work because you're sending out a postcard and you're just waiting for your phone to ring or someone to text you, right? So basically, now you're playing the fishing game. So instead of calling them, you're waiting for the seller to reach out to you with direct mail. Okay, what else do we need to show them, Angeline?
Okay, so after that, you can just sample. I'll just click this standard notice,
Yep.
just on this sample, and then next.
I wouldn't use the,
So
I
this,
mean,
okay,
yeah, I mean, like you guys can test it out, but I don't like the blue and black, but I'm just saying, just test it out. I actually like the one
red
with the dollar, Angeline,
with a dollar
with
here.
the dollar
Okay,
with $100 sign, whatever it is there.
okay, vacant property.
Yeah.
All right.
Once again, you guys can go in here and literally customize your own postcard. But honestly, I wouldn't overthink. Like I wouldn't go in here and spend like an hour or 2 hours just trying to customize your own. And I know some of you are going to do that if I don't tell you, because that's just who you are. You're picky. My whole thing is, dude, speed, action, right? Don't spend too much time on this. Just pick a very basic postcard, send it out, test it, and see which one work and not work, and keep track of all your mail, all your marketing campaign. Which means this is gold. This is key. Every single postcard that you send out, make sure you have a different phone number so you can track which postcard it came from.
Mhm.
Okay. So that way you know, okay, if this postcard's working, this postcard's getting me more results, and this postcard's not, which means you're gonna stop spending the money on the one that's not working and pour more money into the one that's actually working. Did you want to say something, Angeline?
Okay. Yeah. But in this section, so you will know what the face of the postcard that will be sent to them,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is the amount that you were going to pay, around $3,500.
And how often does that go out?
Just only once. We just choose once.
Once a month?
Yeah, just only one time. Not once a month, but just only one time. So it's up to you, if because you have a choices there when we started it,
Ah,
when we create this campaign. So you can choose like once, twice, twice, thrice, or even 5 times that that they were going to send it to the seller.
okay. So for 5,000 people, it's gonna cost us about $3,000. You said
Right. That is
okay.
only one touch.
One touch.
Right.
And with postcard or letter, direct mail, it will take more than one touch. So, Angeline, let's go back and let's go ahead and narrow this down. Now, this is you guys. I'm trying to save you as much money and as much mistake as possible. So there's only two ways to learn. You either learn from your own mistake or you learn from someone else's mistake. So let me show you this. Angeline, let's go way back to the list. So we narrowed down from county down to city. Now
Right.
let's narrow down to, did we narrow? No, we haven't. Let's go from a county, Angeline, and narrow down to city.
City.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Let's go.
if you're gonna do direct mail, I think you might want to make sure that you zone in on your target. So, because as small as possible, because a list of 5,000 sending out one time, $3,000 might seem like a lot for some of you. But if we narrow it down to a list of maybe, see if we can get the list down to maybe like 1,000 or 500 people that we can target.
Okay. So what
And see how
city
much
that
that's going
you
to
will?
cost us.
What city?
Angeline, let's go ahead and go with Marysville. Marysville, Washington. We actually have a duplex there. And for those of you who don't know what software we're using, if you want to, you can go sign up. It's called dealsformenow.com. I know that they're working on changing the name over to King Data. So they're changing the name from Deals for Me Now over to kingdata.ai. But this is a very powerful software. Once again, you don't have to go different. You don't have to download a bunch of different software. This is like an all-in-one, your true one-stop shop. You got the list, Angeline?
Yep. And
So we can go with what? Absentee owner,
mm-hmm.
high equity.
Okay.
Okay. And we're in Marysville, Washington, right?
Right. So we have 1,500.
1,500. Okay. So let's see how much it's going to cost us. And that's the wholesale score of 500 or more, right?
We need to filter it again, Kong.
Okay.
Okay, so remove
Wait,
this.
Angeline. So can you walk us through that?
Okay. So when you're here on that 5,000, all you need to do is click this filter so that you can narrow down your list
Okay.
here. Okay. And then remove those the categories or property type that you don't want to.
Yep.
So property type apartment, condo,
Yep.
and townhome.
So we don't want
So
apartment. We don't want condo.
yep.
We don't want
Mm-hmm.
townhome. We don't want vacant land.
Right.
Got it?
So we have now 1,300, and then
Good.
if you were going to choose the wholesale score for
Yep.
500 up,
Yep.
you have 1,300, and then make sure that the ownership is individual, not the business. So
Good.
yep. Okay, you have only 53.
So okay. So now, hold on a second, Angeline. So now you're down to, so you got 53 people at a
Right.
wholesale score of 500 or more. So we narrowed down from 1,300 to down to 53 people.
Right.
For 53 people is very, very manageable. For those of you who have a who have a tight budget and you want to do direct mail. So Angeline, let's go ahead and obviously skip trace is not going to cost you much at all.
Right.
Okay, but
Just
53. So I want you guys to understand, sometimes it's not about the size of the list. It doesn't mean a bigger list doesn't mean it's better, because we're really going to narrow in and zone in. And this is going to be for those of you who have a tight budget. So now you're targeting people who are very motivated with a very small list. So let's go ahead and take them over if they want to send a postcard. Let's see how much it's going to cost.
okay. Let's go to direct mail. So all you need
Okay,
to
so
do
it's
is
really
click the
okay. So
stuff.
it's right there at the bottom. All you need to do is click on direct mail. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then just wait for you to be routed to direct mail.
You guys,
So-
everything is like at your fingertip. Like it's just a push, some push. You're just pushing some buttons.
right.
Okay.
So how many pieces of direct mail? So you choose one, just only one touch.
Okay.
So
So
that costs you around
one touch mean that this warehouse, they're gonna send it out once and it's gonna be done.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So for the 52 owners,
Yeah,
homeowners, or sellers, you
25
will
bucks.
going to pay or spend around 30 to 50.
Okay, 30 to 50 bucks. Angeline, what if we can do that? What if we can do that once a month? So let's say we hit them twice, two
Okay.
times.
And that is 60 to 100.
Okay, let's say we want to hit them three times.
That's 90 to 150.
Got it. So if I were you, if you have if you have a budget of, let's just say 100 to 200 bucks that you can spend on direct mail, I would narrow down to that small of a list, and I would hit them with a postcard at least 2 to 3 times a month. 2 to 3 times a month consistently. If you know that, hey, I can spend this amount every single month, I can put up 100 to 200 bucks. That's exactly what I would do. And once again, direct mail is so good because it's like a fishing game. You send it out and you're just waiting for the seller to hit you back. You don't have to be like sitting there 8 hours a day pounding the phone. So if you have a smaller budget, then you just need to narrow in on your list. Okay. So Angeline, now let's just say that we got a property under contract. Okay. And after this, I'll let Angeline go, and then I'll teach you guys how to talk, how to negotiate with the seller. And then if you guys have any question, hey, Angeline, we got someone that put in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's go ahead and see what kind of list we can pull there.
Okay.
You know what, Angeline? Let's go ahead and target. Now that we already show you how to do absentee owner, free and clear. So absentee owner, free. Okay, let me show you. Angeline, can you take them over to the basic plan, and let's just see what kind of list they have if they sign up for the basic plan. I
Mm,
I actually see it right now. So for the basic plan, you got absentee owner, you got active listing, you get cash buyer, you get free and clear, you get high equity, low equity, upside down, and tax delinquents list. Now, Angeline, let's go ahead and pull a list of pre-foreclosure in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's see how many people we got.
Okay. And that is tax delinquent, right?
You know, we can
Oh,
do pre-foreclosure. So here's what you get with the pro plan. So the pro plan, you have a bigger list, which means, okay, you can pull up to 60,000 lead a month for free. You get bore investor, which is tire landlord, foreclosure, long-term owner. So you're targeting tire landlord, inherit property, pre-foreclosure, vacant property, zombie property, right? Active investor owns and flip property, upside down, all of the lists. Okay, including everything that I mentioned in the basic plan as well. So the pro plan has obviously more lists, more options for you to target. So it just depends on what your budget is and which one you want to go with.
okay. So we choose the pre-foreclosures.
Mhm.
So we only got 622
And that
leads.
is North Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right.
Okay, hold on. How big of a list?
Just only 622.
Perfect. I think 622 people is a great list to target, and that's 622 people that's in pre-foreclosure right now, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's just say, okay, so if I were you, I'm gonna now take that list. We got the list already. Let's go ahead and see how much it's gonna cost us to skip trace that list of 622 people, Angeline.
Okay.
Like literally, you guys like this, like you can do this from anywhere. All you need is a laptop, a phone, and internet, and you're good to go.
Okay, let's just remove the old one and then go back.
Wait, Angeline, can you show them exactly what you just did?
Okay. So make sure when you pull the list, when the previous list, it should be on my leads here. So before going to the new list that you pulled, you need to remove that. Go to my leads and then reset to remove the previous list that you pulled so that it would add up. Because if you want to remove it, the 622 that you just pulled, it will be added there.
Okay.
So make sure to remove it first before adding this new one.
Yeah, like
Okay?
Angeline is very detailed because I know some of you guys are not like high tech. I'm not high tech either. So a lot of times, having someone walking you through, showing you step by step how to do it, it just gives you more confident that you too can do this. It's you guys, wholesaling is very simple. It's not rocket science. You go there, Angeline show you to pull the list. Okay, now we got 622 pre-foreclosure in
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte, North Carolina. How much is going to cost us to skip trace that list?
Okay. Let's do that. Make
You just
sure
hit up
to
return.
accept first,
Yep. Basically
and
trying
then
to
that will cost you $62.
so for 62 bucks, all right, you can pull a list of 622 pre-foreclosure that you can target today, that you can call and start talking to motivated seller and start making offer and locking a prop in a contract. Now let's take that, Angeline, and saying, hey, what if we also want to send them a postcard? Let's see how much it's
Okay.
going to cost.
Sure. Okay. Just you have the choices here. Just like the direct mail, and then continue.
And I know some of you have questioned, hey, Khang, can we export? Can we, once we skip trace, can we export the list? Yes, you can.
Okay, hold on. Still loading. All right. So you have here. So for that, after it was filtered by the system, because
Yep,
it will be filtered when they bring it to the direct mail.
yep,
So you were going to spend, say for example, we'll just choose just one time, one touch.
yep.
We're going to spend like around 300 to 500 bucks.
Okay. So for 622 of them, you're gonna spend about, let's just say $350, and that is just sending out a postcard one time. What if we
Right.
want to? What if we want to send it out one time a month? So basically, it's going to cost $350 every month, right?
You're right.
Yep. So if you were to send them once a month, and a list of pre-foreclosure, and a lot of you will be like, "Well, Kong, like, what postcard do we use for pre-foreclosure? What postcard do we use for, inherit property or tax delinquents or probate?" Honestly, I wouldn't put on the postcard like, hey, targeting pre-foreclosure, right? I mean, you can put something. I typically just keep it general. Just, hey, we buy houses for cash, any condition, any situation. So if you target more of a sensitive, because nobody wants to feel like they're being targeted. So if you're imagine if you have collection debt, you don't want your phone to ring and then the person be like, "Hey, I'm calling from collection," right? So don't make them feel like they're being targeted, but just make them feel like, "Hey, you're just sending this out like everyone gets it." So now they feel more comfortable to call you and then talk about their situation. So they don't feel like they're being, basically like they don't feel like they're being targeted or you're a vulture. So I would just be like, I'll put very big at the top, yellow, 6x9. We buy houses cash, any condition, any situation. No realtor commissions, no closing costs, quick closing. Bam. Interest. If you're interested in getting a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer, give me a call. Or you're interested, give me a call or text me to this phone number. That's it. And once again, if you have the budget of 350 that you can spend every single month targeting pre-foreclosure, that's exactly what I would do. So it really depends on like which strategy you want to go with. And what I want to show you here is how simple it is. Just with a few clicking, just with a few click, and you can start marketing to these people and just waiting for your phone to ring, or you can be more the proactive one and then call people and start talking to motivated seller and just start making offer. The biggest thing in wholesaling, the biggest thing to succeed in wholesaling, number one, being able to find motivated seller, lead. So you got to constantly having lead in your pipeline. So let me ask some of you right now that's on here. How, like, do you have a list that you're targeting right now? Like, do you have people in your pipeline that you can call right now? If the answer is no, then that's your problem. Like dude, there always has to be lead in your pipeline constantly that you can call people, that you can text people, that you can send out direct mail. Like that is your oil. Like it should nonstop. Like the lead just got to keep on coming in and out and in and out. You want to say something, Angeline?
All right. Thank you. Already discussed with me.
Postcard, right? I think there's a
Right.
yellow one there. Can we show them the yellow one? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
So
simple.
this is the generic.
Yep. Very simple like that. And you can customize it. So you can use that yellow background and just put in we buy houses cash. Any condition, any
Mm-hmm.
situation. Same thing, like I said, no realtor commission, no closing costs, quick
Right.
closing. Give me a call. Bam. Just like that. Okay. So Angeline, now that I got a list of sellers, I'm going to either cold call, I'm going to send them a direct mail. Let's just now, once I get a prop in a contract, let's show them how easy it is to pull up a cash buyer list that they can start blasting these out to the buyers.
Okay. So it's the same thing. You just go to property leads and then go to the area where you got the property under contract. So say for example, the Charlotte.
Yep, Charlotte, North
Carolina.
Carolina.
Yep. Okay. And then the type of list. So we'll just choose cash buyers.
Yep.
So you will
How many you
get
got?
93,000.
How many?
93.
93,000 cash buyer
Yep.
in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right.
Okay, let's narrow it down. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and narrow it down to a zip code there. Let's go ahead and see if you can narrow it down to just like a zip code or in North Carolina, Charlotte.
Okay, just say 28207.
Yep, because 92,000 is a lot of cash buyer for us to reach out to.
Okay. So you will get a 1300.
1,300 right there. You just got
Right.
1,300 cash buyer that you can actually send your deals out to. So for those of you who be like, oh my gosh, I'm having trouble, finding buyers for my deal, right there. Now, if you're lazy, you'd be like, Khang, I'm not good at dispo. I'm not good at selling my deals. I got a property in a contract. I'm just having, I don't know how to sell my deals to a cash buyer. Can you guys help? Yes, we can. If you don't want to sell it yourself, all you need to do is just send your deal over to JV Deals. I'll put it right there. JV Deals at WTMFam.com. And Angeline will help you find a cash buyer for your deal. Right, Angeline?
Yes.
Anyways, you guys, that's all that I got for you on here regarding this. Angeline, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna show you guys now how to talk, how to negotiate, and how to put this prop in a contract. Okay.
All
So
right.
that is
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, Angeline. Bye. So I want you guys to understand, like, wholesaling is a very simple concept. It's boring. All you're doing is you leverage a software and you just pull a list. You either cold call, send them direct mail. It's just rinse and repeat. And this is what you do day in and day out. It's just like going to the gym. You're using the same machines, but you're putting on, every single time. So you just get better and better and better. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to jump from you don't have to go crazy, which means you don't have to try to do so many things, but it's just doing the same thing over and over again. It's the consistency, and you need to be good on the phone. So a lot of you're not good enough on the phone to be able to get a deal on the contract. And also too, so I want to let you guys know, for those of you who sign up for the software, the price, just an FYI, in case I don't know when you're gonna see this video, but just an FYI, price will continue to go up because there's so much stuff in the software that eventually I will start to review more and more and more about the software. So I mean, I did a video with Jenna where we go over hey, how do you just purchase the software and then being able to spend no money on marketing? If you're like, Khang, I don't want to spend any money on marketing. I got no money spent on marketing. I only got the money to spend on the software. Then here is what I would do if I were you. I would start targeting property that are on the MLS. And I will leave the link below in the descriptions for those of you who want to check that video out, where Jenna and I literally go on there. You don't have to be a realtor. The software will give you access to the MLS. It'll show you who the listing agent is, what their email address, and their phone number. And literally, all you go on there and you want to find property that have sits on the market for at least 60 days or older, and you want to search for. And Jenna will walk you through exactly what to look for. You want to look for houses that are older, been on the market for a long time, and they have some of the keyword like, hey, investor friendly, TLC, fixer upper, handyman needed. Those are some of the keywords that you want to look for. All right, because you don't want to waste time just sending offer to property that are, maybe has already been rehab or brand new construction. We want to really focus on spending our time targeting the right types of property and seller who are in a situation where they probably willing and needing to sell their property for cheap. Okay. So I'll leave that link in the descriptions. On that video, you will see that I submit an email to an agent. They're asking $99,000 for the property. It's been on the market for, I don't know, 60 days plus. I offer the agent $50,000 just through an email. Never talk to agent. Agent email me back. And literally, when I was over in at a mastermind, the agent calls me and we chat, and they're like, "Hey, Khang, she's like, Khang, the seller won't do 99, but they do 75." I negotiated, and then we got it down to $65,000. That's a $10,000 wholesale deal right there, and that's just from the MLS. And we literally, that was the first time that Jenna and I went on there and show it. Right? It's just that you just need to know what you're looking for. And then and then I'll also tell you what I put in the email to get the agent to respond. Because a lot of times the agent won't respond to you because you submit this global offer. But how do you get the agent to respond? So I'll leave that video in the descriptions. We have done so many other ones, but let me also tell you what this software also does. So basically, for those of you who have their own software, a CRM. So for those of you who don't know what a CRM is, a CRM is just like a notepad. Like it's just like your notebook of the so you can keep track of your seller leads, your buyers, and follow up. Because a lot of you, maybe you going around, you're looking at property, and all you do is you just write down the address, and it's sitting on your notebook, and you would have a bunch of them. And that's what I did when I first started. And I don't even know who I talked to, what conversation we had, like how, it was a mess. So a CRM keeps everything organized, especially when it comes to like follow up with that seller. Like it'll keep the conversation there. You get to type in your notes, whatever it is, right? And that CRM is also built in to the software. Once again, your marketing is also there. Your skip tracing is also there, right? Your access to the MOS is also on the software. What other things? Your cash buyer. And also too is the next time that Jenna and I are going to come on here, she's also going to show you how to actually steal well, I shouldn't use the word steal, but basically she will show you how do you find the cash buyer from the other wholesaler. Let's just say a wholesaler found a buyer on there. She's going to show you exactly how to get access to them so you can reach out to them to sell them your deal. Okay, it's extremely powerful, and I know that they're just starting to add more and more things to the software, and it is right now a truly one-stop shop for those of you who's interested. I mean, I wish I had this 12 years ago when I started. Okay, so I mean, I got about 10 more minutes. I'm going to show you now how do you when you get on the phone with the seller, how do you talk and how do you negotiate? What do you say to them? Okay. So typically it doesn't matter if it's, a lot of you get confused about, hey, Khang, what if it's pre-foreclosure? What if it's tax delinquents? What if it's divorce cases? What is inherit property? Dude, my pitch has always been the same. Once again, I don't want them to feel like they're being targeted. So typically I just say, hey, my name's Khang. I work with a group of investors. I was calling to see if you have a house or a property that you're interested in selling for cash. That's it. That's it. And they typically might ask you, are you an agent? No, I'm not an agent. I work with a group of investors and we're looking to buy some houses for cash. Are you? And then you don't want to stop. Remember, every single time when you answer a question, you always want to come back with a question. And then the next thing, if they say, yes, I'm interested, the next thing you go in is don't talk about price. A lot of you make the mistake is that you go in, you talk about price, and that's how you lose on the deal. You want to go in and you want to start building rapport. The next thing I want to ask them is their motivation. So I'm going to say, hey, beside getting the right price for the property, what is another reason that you would consider selling this property? And also too, I just got this in my email. All right. When we launched the software, check that out. Okay. Brian went on, basically he went through, watched the YouTube channel, did the whole thing. And you can go on there and you can read his testimonial, but he used the software and closed his first deal for, let me see here, $18,000. His first deal, 18K, just from investing in the software. Okay. And also too, is for those of you, once again, if you sign up for whatever the price that you sign up right now, your grandfather in and you lock in at that price. And if you ever cancel, and if the price goes up, you have to pay for the new price. Just an FYI. And the reason I want to point that out is because obviously I get people like DM me and message me and say, hey, Khang, I thought it was this amount. Why is it this amount? So I just want to let you guys know. It's like the early bird gets the worm. But honestly, man, I mean, to me, it doesn't matter if it's cost $300 a month, $400, $500 a month. I know for some of you, it might seem like it's very pricey, but if you look at the bigger picture, if you invest in, if you spent 150, 149 or 159 or 169 or 250 or whatever it is, and even if you close one deal let's just say it takes you 3 months to close one wholesale deal, and that one deal makes you 25K. The average wholesale deal gonna cost you between 20 to 25K, right? But what if you just get one deal every 3 months? You just made an extra $25,000, and it costs you. Let's just say you go with, even if you go with the highest plan, is the 250 times three. Bam, you spent $750 in those 3 months, and you just close a deal that makes you $25,000. And honestly, if you just consistent with pulling the list, do whether cold call or you're sending direct mail or you're sending text message or you direct messaging the seller, and if you're consistent enough, you got an off-market list that you can target that nobody knows of. And if you spend 2 to 3 hours per day, I'm saying per day, and commit, there's no reason why you can't close a deal in the next I would say in the next 60 days. But worst case, in the next 90 days. Dude, honestly, let me ask you this question. Who here would be okay with putting out $750 to make a $25,000 in return? Obviously, it's not guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed. Right? The only thing that you can guarantee in life, dude, is every single one of us is gonna die. That's a guarantee. No, none of us is gonna make it out here alive. But that's my question to you. No risk, no reward. Scare money, don't make any money. You know how much I spent on my mentor? Over 6-figure. Some of you say it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But what helps me make 6-figure a month? You know, I spent $30,000 to go to a mastermind called Collective Genius. Dude, it takes money to hang out with bigger players. You ain't gonna find these guys and gals that are doing $500,000, $1 million, or a couple million a month at a free event. They don't have the time. So you gotta pay the price to be around them. It just takes money, man. Okay, and then I pay another $18,000 to go to another mastermind. But both of those mastermind, dude, have made me over $1 million already. Easy. And until you made the investment, until you put in the work, but once again, like the investment still require you to put in the work. Okay. Any questions? Nobody has any question. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm just talking to myself. So let me teach you a little bit. Okay. Who here want to know 3 negotiating questions that every single time when I ask the seller, that you can ask the seller, that will get the seller to drop 10, 20, 30, 50, $100,000. Who want to know? Man. Every 24 of you like, oh my gosh, here, dude. Okay. I mean, anybody? Okay, let me teach you, man. Okay, negotiating question number 1. Remember, every single time when you talk to a seller, you cannot just ask the seller, hey, what's the best you can do? What's the lowest you go? What's the least you take? That's like an amateur. Someone actually comment. Thank God. Candace. Okay. And listen, I'm gonna do this one thing for you, okay? I'm gonna add in here the link for those of you who's like, hey, Khang, I have a question I want to ask you personally. There's a link you can jump on and ask me. But let me show you. See, when I first started my real estate career 12 years ago, every single time when I negotiate with the seller, I'll be like, what's the best you can do? What's the lowest you take? Dude, that's like the worst. That's like an amateur move. You don't know what you're doing. Every single time when you ask someone to do something for you, there's got to be a return. What are you doing for me? And what am I doing for you? Right? So it's like you scratch my back, I scratch my back. So question number one is this. Basically, I'll tell the seller, I'll be like, well, after I ask the seller what they want, I don't counter an offer, but I would simply say, hey, since we are going to buy your property in an as-is condition, we'll take care of all the repairs, all the work. There's nothing that you have to worry about doing. You take whatever you want with you, whatever you don't want, you can leave it behind. What's the best you can do? Boom. Question number one. Right? So now you're giving them a reason why they need to drop the price. I'm buying your property as is. I'm going to do all the repair. I'm going to clean up the house. There's nothing you have to do. So I'm doing that for you. What are you going to do for me? See that? Question number two. Candace said, I am in South Florida. Would you stay in this area or go someplace cheaper? Candace, actually South Florida, what is the market like? Like what's the house? Like if I were to go there and buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, brand new or has been updated, what am I paying? And if that market, if the market is between 150,000 to 500,000, you shouldn't go anywhere else. You know, there is gold, there is deal, Candace, in your backyard. So if I were you, I would focus in your backyard. Oh, it's 650 to 700,000. So Candace, yes, I would go in a different market. So I would try to go in a different city. I wish Angeline was here. But we can pull up in a different city. I think Tampa is good. Fort Lauderdale, I can't even pronounce it. That's also a good market as well. But I would stay in Florida, just in a different city with a lower price range. But some area, 300,000, just depend on the area. In the hood, 300,000 is in the hood. Shit. I'm in Orlando, Florida area. I already skipped Trace. Good. Nice. Lorando, what software are you recommending? Or I'm sorry, what software are you using? Khang, do you recommend any zip code? I have the basic package. Okay, so Roland, okay. So if you have the basic package, there's two things that I'm gonna show you to do right now. And if you just commit to do this in the next 30 days, I'm going to almost guarantee, I can promise you will see. Wait, I shouldn't use the word promise. Sorry. Can't promise anything. So if you do this for the next 30 days consistently, I think that you will see results. Okay. So I want you to target absentee owner, just like Angeline just showed you. I want you to target absentee owner plus free and clear property. Okay. And then I also want you to start going on the MLS, which Rolando. Sorry if I probably mispronounced your name, and I apologize. I'm terrible with pronunciation. I'll leave the link also below where Jenna will show you exactly how to submit offer to on the MLS. So if you go with the basic plan, I figure that you probably have a tight budget. So that's that's a two strategy that I would do in the next 30 days to get a deal to make 25K. Absentee owner, free and clear, and then target property that are on the MLS and just start making offer. Leo. Oh my God, that makes it so easier. Swag said, what laptop do you recommend, dude? The cheapest you can get, bro. Costco, get something for $500. Dude, I still used, I think my laptop is like Windows or HP, 500 bucks. Some of you, dude, you haven't even closed a deal and you're buying Apple, Mac computer. Come on, man. Shit, bro. What are you? Like, are you working in a, like, do you need a download? Like, dude, HP is good enough, man. You just simply pulling a list, skip you're not doing anything crazy on the laptop. I'm using my old laptop. Yeah, Leo. I love it, man. A lot of you, dude, you're trying to look, you focus on the wrong shit. You focus on being fancy. It's not about being fancy, dude. It's about making money. Dude, for me, dude, I'm just gonna use what I need to use so I can get the shit done. If my old laptop can get the shit done, that's what I'm gonna use. Don't need to be fancy. You can get fancy once you start making the money. This lead me to talking about business owner. And the reason I want all of you to understand this, and I believe that most people that are starting out, trying to build their business, I don't care what business you're in. One is that they don't look at, hey, what is the minimum entry that I can start doing? Like, they need to be more resourceful instead of, oh, I need to go get a bank loan. I need to do this. I need to do this because I need to get an office. I need to start hiring people. I need to start getting all the equipment. Dude, no, you need to make money first. Once you start making money, then it becomes a proven concept. Once you start to get the money rolling in, then you take that money and then you keep investing that money over and over back into your business. But focus on what you need, what the minimum you need, get the money coming in, then reinvest that money. But don't go out and start getting a bunch of debt just to start the business. And typically when I say this, probably brick and mortar is what I'm talking about. But I've seen some realtor as well. They start getting, fancy, get a nicer car because they're afraid that, hey, when they go show property in their old car, that nobody going to take them seriously. Dude, no, you're all wrong. Dude, when you roll up to even you can't be driving up and showing a house on a freaking like your car's a wreck, but just a decent car, Toyota, Honda is completely fine. Dude, it's how you carry yourself. It's your confidence, how you speak to people, showing your clients respect, and if you have that confidence and the way that you carry yourself, people know that, dude, you're genuine, you're down to earth, that they can trust you, and you're likable. Dude, it's game over. They don't care about the car. They don't care about how you dress. Now, you can't roll up like a thug, Yeah, I'm just talking about decent, you don't like my whole entire suit, man. This pants here, dude, $40. This shirt here from H&M, $15. That's it, dude. Like my shoes here, this is from TikTok shop, $15. And I believe, dude, if you roll up like this, it's completely fine. You don't need to deck out in Gucci or designer clothes or drive up in a Lexus or a BMW or a Mercedes, right? To get the shit done. Just confident. Okay. What other questions? Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. Let me answer this question. I'll give you guys 2 more tips and we're going to wrap it up. What's the best skill you learned from mastermind you had? What is the best skill you learned? Is it skill or is it scale? What is the best skill? Okay. I mean, I understand. I kind of understand what you're saying. So I'll try to answer your question to the best of my knowledge. So negotiating question number 2, here's how it goes. So once you get the seller to be like, okay, well, since you're buying as is, they like to say they go from 100,000 to 90,000. The next thing you're going to ask them is that, well, Mr. Seller, what if I can get my team manager to take care of all your closing costs and all your fees? And if there's a realtor commission, we'll pay for it as well. Right? And there's nothing you have to worry about. So which means whatever price that we agreed upon, that'll be the exact amount that you walk away with at closing, not a penny less. Could you see yourself going any lower than 90,000 for us? Make it very personal. Say for us. Okay. And then finally, negotiating question number 3. Hey, Mr. Seller, Bob, since we are going to come in and pay all cash for the property, there's no bank financing, which means we can close on the date of your choice. You pick the date, you pick the time. We'll get it done for you. Our goal is to make sure that this is a hassle-free sale. It's at the absolute lowest you can go for us. Dude, those are the 3 most badass negotiating questions that I have ever, I shouldn't say come up with, man, because I've learned this throughout the 12 years that I talk to seller, my mentor, and just learning from other people. But those are the most 3 badass negotiating questions. And here's something that I recently learned, that if you come in for a close, you can close anybody on anything. And I recently learned this, dude, and I'm going to start implementing this. And I think this is also gold. You ready for this? Okay. So typically what I do, right, when it comes to like wholesaling, I'll be like, okay, great. So 80,000, huh? I'll be like, okay, Mr. Seller, if I can get that amount approved from my team manager for $80,000, are you ready to get the paperwork done and sell your property? Bam. So that's how I would usually go in and close them, right? And it works great because it gets them to commit before you say, yes, I can do that. Go ahead and do that 80K. Now, here's something I recently learned that I think is also very, very good that you can use as well. So before so you say something like this. You said, okay, Bob, before I send that purchase and sale agreement over to you, all right, to get this done and wrap up, is there any other question you got for me? Bam, dude. So instead of saying, hey, I'm gonna send that over to you, hey, so what, so if you say that, they'll be like, nope, there's nothing left. That means they're ready to go, man. And if they have question, right, instead of sending it over and then they have a question, they don't want to call you back, dude, you can overcome the objection right there and then and get it done. Okay, I'll answer this last one, man. What's the best skill you learned from your mastermind? I guess that's the best skill. Oh man, I once. What's the best skill? I don't know if I've learned any skill from mastermind, but connection. I made a lot of connection that really made me more money. I would say that's the number one takeaway at the mastermind is connection. And connection are not built in the room. There's the connections really come from the hallway and the dinner table. But connection is my biggest takeaway, and it has made me the most amount of money every single time I spent money to go to a mastermind, if that's what you're asking. And I guess by going to these mastermind and event, I guess what's the skill? What skill really helps me? I guess the skill that I have improved on was networking. I mean, I have always been pretty good, but I gotten better. Okay, it's networking. The more networking event that I go to, dude, I just become more. I just get better each time, dude. I'm just a beast. Like when you see me at a networking event, bro, dude, I'm just a beast. Like you won't catch me standing there just looking at people. That's what I used to do. And now I just approach people. I just approach all of them. I don't wait for people to approach me. I go after what I want, man. And when I go there, dude, I show them respect. So let me show you guys that network, how to get everybody to like you. Dude, when you can get people to like you, dude, bro, here's what I do. Dude, this is true Asian of networking, and I can almost guarantee you. I mean, if you do it as like a white dude or Americano or Caucasian, it might look a little weird. But I'll just show you how I do it. All right. Bro, people love, man. If you love me online, bro, when you see me in person, shit, you probably want to go home with me. Okay, so typically at a networking event, I don't care if you're a female, a male. I don't care if you're older, younger than me. I don't care if you're more successful or less successful than me. I don't give an F. The biggest thing that I've brought that my parent raised me, dude, is always show people respect, regardless of their walk of life, dude. So typically when I come in, I greet someone, dude, I shook the hand and I just give them a bow. Because in my country, dude, when you bow down to someone, doesn't mean that you're less than. It just means that you're showing them the respect. Like, I respect you as a person. Bam, number one. Every single time, dude, I shock everybody. Because nobody do that. Nobody do that. Everybody, dude, everybody grew up in the world where they're entitled, where they come in like I'm a macho man. Okay, cool. I don't care about being a macho man, dude. Right? I really don't care. Like, I set my ego aside. I shake your hand. I give you the respect. That's how I was raised. Bam. The next thing, dude, I find something about them genuinely that I like, and I compliment them. Bam. They'll be like, damn, Khang. Dude, I like you already. Like, who doesn't want to be complimented, man? Oh, damn, dude. Nice watch, bro. I like that. Dude, it looks good on you. Bro, love the hair. Love the glass. Dude, love your fit, baby. Let's do a fit check. They'll be like, dude, this guy love my outfit? Dude, if you compliment a dude on his shirt, on his pants, I can almost guarantee you he's going to go out and buy more of those and wear them again and again and again and again. But you know, when you compliment someone, it puts them in a good energy. Even if they have a bad day, you just compliment on it, just switch the energy, and they just love you, man. Honestly, like who doesn't want to be complimented? And then bam, now that you made that connection, the next thing you're gonna do is not to ask them anything. Let them talk about themselves. Ask them about themselves. Hey, how's business going? How can I help? This is what I do. How can I help you? Right? So always come in, try to provide value before you ask. Wait. So I typically come in, dude, provide value first, and then wait for them to ask you what they can do for you. Because you got to understand, man, you're at a mastermind with high level people. Dude, all of these cat at the mastermind, they're freaking beasts. They don't get to freaking multi-millionaire level for nothing. So you come in, you provide value there. They'll be like, dude, what can I do for you, man? That's when you know, bro. Yeah, dude, that you're doing it right. And always to never, ever, ever be cheap, man. Dude, you will see me make connection and then I'll start buying them drinks. Dude, you just got to, bro, you just got to willing to spend the money for the network. Some of you, dude, I'm telling you, man. And I think, and I'm saying this, I'm probably generalizing this, but I'm not saying not every Caucasian, but most American people don't understand this rule. Oh, you pay for your, I pay for mine. Dude, that's why you fail at networking. I'll be like, dude, can I buy you a drink? I meet him for the first time. Can I buy you a drink? Like if I know they're at the mastermind, hey, let me buy you a drink. Like once we talk and I felt the energy and I felt the connection, let me buy you a drink, bro. Dude, spend money. Build those relationships. Spend $10 on your drink, dude. You probably end up making 10 million just from one relationship. It's okay. Some of you are so cheap. You got the money, but you're not willing to spend on the people that you need. I'm not talking about spending on anybody. Dude, spend it right. Spend it in the right place on the right people. And it's going to come in way more return. Dude, I spend so much money. Like, and the reason I point this out, bro, because I watch. When I go to mastermind, dude, I freaking like, you might think like I'm funny online. Bro, when I go to mastermind, yes, I'm funny, I'm goofy, I'm weird. But bro, like I watch people, the way that they do things, the way that they talk, and the way that they carry themselves. If I buy you a drink, are you going to buy me back a drink? Like, I don't expect you to buy me back a drink. But just because the people who, the dude that make the gesture, hey, Khang, you got me a drink, dude, let me buy you one back. I will always refuse. I will always refuse. But it shows me that that cat knows that, hey, I scratch your back, you scratch my back. Some people, bro, I'll be like, hey, I'll buy you a drink, I'll buy you for dinner. Never even mention a word. Dude, for me, I just know those type of people, I probably don't want to do business with. They only care about themselves. They're just what, so in my culture, they call me na keo. So if you're Vietnamese, you know what I'm talking about. Cheap. I don't want to work with cheap people, man. Some of you might think like, so I know that when I post online about my fit costs and I get people call me cheap, dude, try to hang out with me and tell me I'm cheap. Bro, shit, dude. I will go cheap on myself, but I will never go cheap on networking with people. Lon and I do have bought people stuff where they'll be like, damn, dude, I would have never buy for myself, but I would buy for somebody else just because of the connection, just because of the relationship. Some of you need to understand this, dude. When you go into the real world of business, bro, you need to be freaking sharp. Go cheap on yourself, but never cheap on the connection, the relationship, because it'll take you further than your $10, your $20, your $100, your $1,000 that you save. Come on, man, shit. And the people who call you cheap is actually the one that's the most selfish. Try to go like they will all decked out, like they will wear designer clothes, but when you go to a restaurant with them, split the bills. They'll split the bills. They're horrible with giving tips. So you're telling me that you wear a $5,000 outfit and you're here trying to like, you know what? Let me do 10%. Let me do 20%. Come on, man. Shit, bro. Who here have met someone like that? Like they're all decked out. Like you expect them to drop like freaking at least a Benjamin. But they're like, wait, let's split the bills. Okay, let me calculate to see how much tips you get here. Let me see how much you deserve. Bro, who care, dude? What's $100 gonna do to you, bro? If I'm just saying if you wear a $5,000 or $10,000 suit, bad service, they're bad service, so I'm gonna give them $20. Come on, man, shit. Even $100 wouldn't do anything to you. So that's why my whole philosophy, dude, is don't try to be a bowler when you got no dollar, bitches. I'd rather be casual and walk into a restaurant, order what I want, and drop $100 tips, bro. Anyways, maybe that's just me. I know I'm rambling on some other stuff, but hopefully, some of the stuff that I share with you guys here, I usually, always talk about, making money, wholesaling real estate. But I want you guys to understand when it comes to like networking, when it comes to like dealing with people, connections, building relationships, just don't go cheap. Don't be cheap. If you're cheap, it's gonna cost you. If like when I know you're cheap, bro, I ain't working with you. The end. Period. Don't like there. Like I'm at like I go to many mastermind, and I have seen guys and gals that are making a boatload of money, and yes, they are cheap. They're willing to spend on themselves, but they're not willing to spend on the connection. I am the opposite. Like I would never buy a $300 shoes, but I bought my mentor. I bought my friend the connections to build a relationship. But I would never buy a $300 shoes. Not because that I not like I just don't care for shoes. Like I just don't care. My whole thing is as long as it's the color I like and it looks nice, like I like it. Like I don't care. Like I can go spend the 300, but I like why? When I like another pair that costs $15. Makes sense? But I would spend the 400, the $1,000 for the connection. My mentor. And dude, I pay him over six figure, but I was like, how can I keep this cat around where I don't have to pay him anymore? He's the one who brought me into this mastermind. And then we built a good friendship. And then he takes me under wing years after years after years without charging me anything. Because I bought my way, man, into his heart. That's how you do it, dude. That's a true hustler, man. Anyways, you guys, I appreciate each and every single one of you here. Once again, when I share this, I'm just hoping that, hey, someone out there who's just like me, and I just want to be able to connect with you guys on just a different, not just making money, but on just a different level of like who I am. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you so much, man. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Once again, stick with it, stay committed, put in the work. Nothing work if you don't, man. Dreams don't work unless you do. And I today can tell you that I did not regret all the hard work that I put in to get to where I am today. Is freedom. I promise you, once you get to the freedom point, man, you get to wake up whenever you want, do whatever you want, make as much as you want, work wherever you want, with whoever the F that you want, and you get to call the shot and call your own schedule. Dude, you'll be like, man, all that hard work and sacrifice that I've made truly have paid off. Thank you so much, you guys. Take care. Until next time, let's go get this money. I'm out.